So today we are creating a super fun, really easy notebook, or junk journal in this case. And this is to hold some papers, but I will not sew them in, but I will create a type of cover with an elastic where you can remove the pages. So this is the food packaging. The story about this food packaging, you can use every food package or every cardstock you have at hand. This food packaging, so I have a pen pal. My pen pal was ill, then she got these sweets from her boyfriend, and I love these sweets too, to be honest with you. And then after she ate all the sweets, she used this package to write a letter to me, and you can see a bit over here. I just covered it up with some book pages, just because I did not want, because of privacy, I didn't want to show what she wrote to me, but I wanted to show you what you can do. So the covering up before starting is not necessary. I just did it for the purpose of this video. So okay, first of all, we want to remove all these folds we don't need. You can fold them in, but then your journal would bulk up really much at the edges, or your cover would bulk up really much, so I don't want this. So I will cut off all the leftover flaps I don't need, just using my scissors. You can use a ruler and a craft knife as well, if you want to have it really straight, but for me it's fine if it's not perfectly straight. So just like this, and we will do this for both parts. Okay, this can go into the trash. And you may have seen already, I left this part. It's not important which, if it's the right or the left part. I want this to be my front cover. Okay, this is fine. So this will be in this direction, I think. Yes, I think so. And if not, it's totally fine if it's in this direction. If you cover this up, it's totally fine as well. I won't cover this up, but I will tell you later. So I will leave this part. Yes, I will leave this part. So I will cut off the other parts, just the same way I did before. So it's really, really easy, and it's so much fun. And the idea behind this kind of journal is, usually from time to time I gift some papers to my pen pals, so self-made tea-dyed papers, leftover scrapbooking papers, what else, self-made journaling cards, things like this. But as you have seen, she uses these kind of packages too, but I just like to give her some paper, and she enjoys it. I enjoy this, so we do this. Okay, now, and then I thought I could create a journal out of this, but for her to use. Oh, this is not the same size. I just see. Okay, I have to cut off a tiny bit. I will just eyeball. It really doesn't matter if the size is not so perfectly same. So for me, it doesn't matter. But I wanted to keep this package, of course, as a reminder for her. So you were ill, your boyfriend gave you, you can see here I did not cut straight, but anyway, I wanted this to reuse as a reminder for her. So you were ill, your boyfriend gave you the sweets, you wrote a letter to me, and now you get this back from me. This is why I will not cover this up. But now we have already our spine, so we are not in need to create another spine or a new spine. So I will just glue this into here. Or maybe I could glue these two flaps together like this. I'm just trying out some things. No, this did not work out. I think I will glue it together like this, so that I have the brand name visible. And that will be our cover. It's that easy. No big deal. So I need some glue over here. I will use my all-time favorite and trusted Fix or Fabri-Tac glue. I also use Patix. This is PVA, white PVA glue, and it dries clear, but it takes a bit more of drying time, so this is why I will use this glue. Upsala, but it really is not how do you say this? Not necessary to have Fabri-Tac. You can just use a usual craft glue. But this dries really, really fast, and it's really, really strong, so I want to use this for the sake of this video. You can glue this two parts together, you can sew them together, you can do anything you want. I will just glue them together. This can go into the trash. Maybe I have to glue this down later, we will see. And put these two parts together. Let them dry for a moment, and that's it. When I use a white PVA glue, craft glue, I like to use Patex. There are other glues you can use. I like to put on some clips or put on a bit of weight, so some books for the drying time. But for this glue it is not necessary. Okay, that's it. I will let this dry for a moment longer because you can see it will remove, but it already grabbed. Okay, this is our cover. So I try to show you. Fold this over, fold this over, trying to catch the original fold. Ah, okay, I see. It's not perfectly glued together because this is a bit longer. But anyway, it really doesn't matter. I did not want to put something onto the spine, but maybe I will do. But anyway, this is our journal cover. That's it. It's this easy. Oh, I just recognized this is upside down. How cool. Okay, I like it anyway. So now you can decorate it further. I will let this be as it is, as I told you before, because of the story behind this. But you can put on every kind of paper, scrapbooking paper, tea-dyed paper, even an old calendar page would be fine, a white page, copy paper, did I mention scrapbooking paper? I think so. Everything would go, or as I would like, I like to use fabric just because it's more flexible. Okay, now I have to figure out what I want to do for here. Yes, on the inside it's fine, so I think I have to go with this bit of glue, but usually you can rub fabric tape just off. And as you can see here, it is not straight, so if you are aiming for perfection, or if you say no, I don't want it to have this way, it does not have to be perfect, but I want it straight, then just use your craft mat, use your ruler, and cut it straight. For me it's perfectly fine, and if I would put on some fabric, it's fine too, but I don't want to do it for this journal. Maybe I will put something onto the spine, even if it was not planned out. Because of the inside, to be honest, I don't like this look so much. Okay, so let's put on some fabric. I just have to choose some fabric. Okay, I found something I want to use. This is a piece of really old and stained kind of lace fabric. It's really thin, and I washed it, so the stains are just because of the process of aging. Okay, let's sit down again, and this is really long, so it's long enough to use this, and it's really wide. It's not needed this wide, but I don't want to cover up this, but maybe I can just put it onto here. I think I will cut it a bit shorter, so let's see how much is needed. As I said before, this step is totally optional. You don't have to do this. You can use a white washi tape, you can use paper, fabric, anything. You can use white clear tape or duct tape, Tyvek tape, anything would go to stabilize the spine. I don't have to stabilize it, I just want to cover it up a bit. So I do this additional step. This can go back into my bin, into my box where I store this, and I just need this small piece, and this I will definitely put back because I can do fabric ruffles out of this, or I can put it on journaling cards and so on and so on. So definitely keep these offcuts. Okay, this is fine for me. Let's just double check that it's long enough. Yes, it is. It's covering up. For me, it's covering up enough. It's fine when this is shining through a bit. And I will use my Fabri-Fix glue again, because it holds in place fabric on fabric, paper on paper, and paper on fabric. Just put down some glue right onto the spine, maybe a bit underneath this paper. This is a bit of a fragile, more fragile book paper, book page. So I need a bit of glue over here, not much because this fabric is so thin, and a bit over here. And because this fabric is so thin, I will smoosh it out a bit with my finger. Let's see. No, this is not the right direction. Yes, this direction would be fine. Now putting this on. Oh, I forgot to put on glue on the outside, but this is nearly dried, so this is a bit of a kind of chaotic video. Sorry for that. This can happen. And you can start on the outside too. I don't know why I started on the inside, where the fabric is overlapping. But anyway, just go with the flow, covering this up, putting on a bit of glue. And you have to work quick with fabric take and fabric fix because it's drying really, really quick. Okay, that's it. I did not put glue right onto the edges. You can do this later, but I don't want to do it. This is already dried. I don't want to have the fabric glued down right to the edges. No need for that. Not for this project. So just putting down some glue, smooshing it out with my finger, and then I see how much this fabric is overlapping. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, this loose string I don't need. Maybe I can get rid of it without gluing it onto my finger. I try to. Okay, yes, it worked out. Whoops. Now I just glue on the rest of the fabric, so fabric on fabric. Again, using my finger to smoosh it out a bit. Put this down. You can put on more glue onto here if you like it, but I want this cover to be a bit more junk journal, junky style. Maybe a bit of glue would be good, just a tiny bit, so that it's not standing up so much. Yes, I catch the edge over here. This is totally fine. So now the spine is dried. So where I put together the two cardstocks. Maybe I folded it not right. Maybe this is why it looked a bit weird. A bit fancy. Not weird, but fancy. So I try to fold it over again. So that's it. That is our cover ready to go. Of course, you can decorate it way further. Maybe I will sew around because I like the look of it, because I don't know if I think the book pages will stay in place. I glued them right onto the edges, right to the edges. But I like the look of the sewing. I think it makes the journal looking more finished. Of course, usually I would decorate the cover and then put on a bit of lace or something like this. But in this case, as I told you before, because of the story, I wanted this to be visible. And some creators like to create junk journals out of junk, like I do, and to have them standing out like that you can see it as junk. So sometimes it's not necessary to cover everything up. So I will leave this be as it is. And I like that this is lifting up and you can see the brand of the chocolate. Okay, we'll put this to my sewing machine, just sew around, right around the whole cover, just because of the look of it. And then I will be right back for you with the next step. Okay, now that we've sewn all around, we can do the next step. I just wanted to show you something. Maybe I can show it from here a bit better. So I don't know if this is focused, hopefully. So you see, because I run my sewing machine from here, so this is the part that was on the top, and this was a part that was on the bottom, and now I have this white spaces here. This is fine for me. Let's just focus again. But if you don't love this, I would highly appreciate to put on your journal, and this got a bit stuck, but I think it adds to the junk journal character, so I really, really like this. But if you don't like it to be this white, you will just have to put it in this direction into your sewing machine. Okay, but now, next step. We want to set an eyelet. I use my Crocodile Big Bite, and I need some marker or some pen like this. Okay, yes, I wanted to tell you something. So, of course, you can use the usual, am I in frame? Yes, okay, fine. You can use the usual 3-hole pamphlet stitch, just using an awl or a punching tool like this, or other punching tools, for example, a silent setter, a prim vario pliers, something like this. But I want to set eyelets, and I want to put on an elastic, so I need only 2 eyelets. Two holes, and I want to set eyelets so that the holes are a bit stronger. It is not necessary because we have a few layers of this cardstock. I think it's 4 because it was folded together, and then I glued 2 of these parts together, and we have 2 pieces of this fabric, so it's really stable. But I like the look of the eyelets, and I like the holes to be really, really stable. Okay, that's it. But I want to put in only 1 signature. I'm just thinking the spine is wide enough to put in 2 signatures. Let's see. Cannot decide if I wanted 2 signatures. Okay, I think 2 would be better just because it's really, really wide. A really wide spine. So I try to put them near to the top. I'm just eyeballing, and I try to put them nearer to the top and to the bottom because my pages can only be the size of these eyelets. The size of the eyelets, not the size of the eyelets, but this height. So if I put the eyelets on here, to say so, where my nails are, my papers could just be this size, otherwise they would get ripped a bit, and I don't want this. So eyeballing again, somewhere over here, somewhere over here. I think this will be fine. So I use the 1/8 hole. It's a 1/8, I think so. If not, I can punch it even bigger. So just punching a hole right through the cover and the fabric in one go. And there are Japanese screw drives, for example. I do not use them. I don't know how they work out, but I know that some crafters use them, so you don't have to have this expensive, fancy tool. But I am so in love with my Crocodile Big Bite. Crocodile Big Bite 2 it is called. So I use it every time. Oh, here did something happen. I just cut into the thread, and the thread got loose a bit. So this is a really junky junk journal cover. But anyway, I don't think this will unravel too much. And okay, but just to make sure that it will not unravel, I will put on a drop of glue. Usually this does not happen to me. And I have many other videos. Some of them are chaotic like this. Some of them are not. So if you're interested in how to create junk journals, you can take a look through my channel. And there are really, really many crafters that show how to do this. So just making sure. Okay. But it's a good thing when you have a bit of a chaotic video or something did not work out as you wanted it to, because then you can show people how to fix it. So this is my opinion. I like to have a look at this way. So now we need 4 of these little eyelets. Just put them into the hole and set them. Oh, I just have to make sure I have the right setting. I think it's the right one. Oh, I don't know if this catched. Yes, it does. It did catch perfectly. we want to use? Yes, I want to use 4 of this color. Usually I alter a bit, but I want this light green color. So second eyelet. And other tools have eyelets with a ring on the back side, so they don't spread up so much, but they have a ring to make them stay in place. These not. These are spreading up like spreading open like a flower. Oh, I have a bit of thread on my finger. A bit of thread over here. Okay, let's get rid of this. Okay, I'm setting the last 2 eyelets, and then I show you how to apply an elastic. And you don't have to use an elastic. You can use just a piece of string or a piece of lace, maybe not this white lace, maybe a bit more smaller lace, but everything goes. But in this case I want to use some elastic to make it easy for my friend to remove the pages. Okay, let's take this out of the way, this way around. Yes, eyelets are applied, not straight, as you can see. But anyway, if you want to have it straight, you can measure this out, of course. Now I have to get some elastic. Okay, I'm back. I found some elastic. I have this rainbow elastic. This was €1 and it's 5 meters, so it's really, really long. From, I think it's Teddy. I don't know. Something like this. So let's find the beginning. Ah, yes, here it is. Oh no, okay. Maybe I can pull this out because I like this color a bit more for this journal. So this yellow, not so much the orange, just because of the color, but it really doesn't matter. You can use any color you like. You get black elastics, white elastics, and any color in something like a dollar shop, I would say, or Michael's, Hobby Lobby. We don't have Michael's at Hobby Lobby. We have Action and Teddy and Cody and I don't know, Woolworth. So these are the places where I like to shop here in Germany. Okay, where's my elastic gum? Here, I think. Okay, but anyway, maybe I will just rip this off, maybe not. Okay, let's see. We need 2 times the amount of the height of the journal and a bit more because we have to put it across here, and we have to have a bit left to tie a knot. Okay, that's it. This can go back to the storage. Oh, hopefully this is enough. I think so. We will see. So then let's see. I did not do this for a longer time, but I think you start on the inside. Which hole doesn't matter. Leave a tail. Go back in. Not in this direction as you would do with the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, but right across. And then down to the other hole, in this case down to the bottom hole, and back again across, because we don't need a string over here. This would look good too. I really love this visible binding technique, but so we would have this string and this is elastic, so it can get catched anywhere, and I don't want this. Yes, so this is the right thing. Now you strengthen it the way you want it. So you can leave it a bit loose. You can really strengthen it really much. Usually I strengthen it really good. Not so much that your cover is bending, but enough to hold the paper in place. Tying a knot. I tie just a loose knot just to make sure. Yes, this can be a bit stronger, but I think it's fine. It's not too loose. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, cutting off the elastic we don't need. And I like my knot to be somewhere onto the bottom. that's it. Now we have 2 elastics, a cover, a junk journal cover with 2 elastics on the inside. We can put in our pages and they will be removable. So I will sort out some pages, I will put them in, and then I will show you the end result. Okay, this is how my desk looks right now. So I pulled out some papers. For example, this is from some really beautiful papers I bought, and this is like a little booklet where the papers were in. I wanted to reuse it to create a journal, but they are really small, and I have a few of these, so as you can write on the inside. This is something I look at so that my friend has something she can use. I don't know where I had these from. Maybe from my friend, maybe from another person. Sorry, I don't remember. But you can write on the back side. These are cutouts from the book. So images, this too. These are, oh, I have to remove this. These are some scrapbooking papers I got as a present. And I used up nearly the whole paper pad, but these are 3 shapes I don't like so much. They are white on the back. This is a printable. I printed out from worldlabel.com. I think it's for personal use only. I don't know, to be honest, but I don't use them. Not for my personal usage, not for selling my journals. What I do, link down below in the description box to my Etsy shop. But I wanted to use these up. This is a printable. This is a printable, and this too from Pixabay. I do not want to use for selling. These are some printable, so just for my personal use or to gift to my friend. These are digital printables from Johanna Clough, linked down below in the description box as well. This is a printable and a bit of another printable you can see in the background. I coffee or tea dyed it. This is a printable from Ladies Lounge. And this is a bit of a printable you can see from Johanna Clough again. This is just a piece of, oh, I can remove this. This we don't need. This is a dotted paper from a book. Some to-do papers. I don't know if you can use this. I just found this. I think I got this as a present. Oh, the Feldzug in Romanian. So this has something to do with war. Okay, we don't have to don't want to have something with war, but I really like this paper. I think I will use this. Why not? Then I have some leftover papers like this. I have some papers. This is from a paper pad I bought, and then I dyed it with some textile colors. This is another textile color dyed paper that got ripped a bit. These are some textile colored dyed papers, these two. So I bought this paper in this color. This was white, this was pink, light pink, and I dyed it. This was a copy paper, regular copy paper, again dyed with some textile colors, textile color and tea dyeing process, and tea dyed papers. This is really white. I just spritzed on a bit of tea or coffee, but this is fine for my friend. And these papers I bought. I thought this would be cool. And this is a piece of a calendar. You can write on the back, and you can write on here too. So this gives enough writing space for my friend. So now let's put the cover out of the way. Of course, this is way too big. You could cut it, cut or rip it to size. No, I need my cover again. But I wanted, so the height is perfect. So, but I wanted to give my Penpal a bit of bigger pieces. So why not? So in this case, I will just fold it. So because you can, oh, this is not folded properly. Oh my gosh. Trying to fold it a bit more straight, and she can remove it, so I can just fold it over so that it fits into this journal, and that's it. Okay, I will create some signatures to say so. These are small enough. I don't know, I think this is a bit too high. Yes, it is. In this case, I will just fold it in a bit, because it does not have to be useful in this stage to say so, because my Penpal can remove them anyway. Okay, this is sticking out a bit, so I will just fold this in a bit more. She can put this out, fold the papers out and use them. So maybe in this case I will fold it a bit another way, just to give a bit of extra something. trying to trifold. So something like this, just for a bit of differences. Maybe we can fold this right in the middle. And then some kind, I'm just eyeballing, I'm not measuring anything, I am just eyeballing. Okay, I will move on for the other pages. I will speed this process up for you, and then I will be right back when we are at the point where we will slip in the signature into the cover. Okay, it does not look better, as you can see here. I would say it was a bit too many papers maybe, but anyway, usually my friend gives my, so she, also is German, so I have to tell you, my pen pal likes to write her letters on paper, scrapbooking paper, cardstock, food packaging, so everything she can lay her hands on, and I really love her letters. And then when she wrote on a page, she just throws it into a box, and I receive the box with sometimes some other things in it. And I like to write my letters right into a junk journal. So I create junk journals, not only for selling, but for writing letters to her. And then after a while, or with the next letter I receive from her, she gives the junk journal I wrote my letter in, when she read and answered it, she gives it back to me so that I can reuse the cover and redo something with this. So I think she will give this storage cover back to me anyway, so I don't have to make it full like that, it's overfilled like this, but I just want to slip in a few pages. I think I could fit all these pages in, but I think it would be fine to let some papers stay at my home just to get ready for the next time I can put things into here. So this is the idea behind this. So now I will sort out my pages so that they are not too repetitive, and I will speed this process again up for you. Okay, now I have 2 piles, and I try to put different pages in each pile. So I think I just go with the flow. I don't overthink it. I did not measure or anything. I will just use some of these things, store them together, and just put them one to each other. And then I will decide which pile I want to use. And then I have to put the pile into 2 pieces, of course, because we have 2 signatures to fill. I really want to use this card. I just like the look of it. I showed you the inside before, so I will not do this again. So I think this will be the first pile to use. And then we will see if we want to put in more, or if we even or if we even want to put in less. Okay, first pile. I think I want to use this. I really like this one, but this while my friend will receive this the next time. So in this case, I will just store these pieces all together so that I know what it's for. I think I will remember, otherwise I could put on a little note for myself. Oh, and I will put in a note in this. It is a junk journal. I would say it is a junk journal. It has just a specific usage in this case. This is why I did it this way, to give you a bit of inspiration for your own creations. But I will put, because I will not write in this junk journal, I will gift just these papers to my friend, so the other pile, but you know what I mean. But I think I will put in a little note. This is something like, do you remember this was a package your boyfriend gifted to you when you were ill, and then you wrote a letter when you were healthy again, and now I use it for giving you something cute. You can write letters to me. So it's a really personal thing. The signature is not sorted together or anything. I just put together the papers so that I can store them a bit easier. So this would be one signature, just an example. Okay, let's put this out of the way for the moment, and let's sort the signature. So of course it is a signature, but not in the usual way. But I want to show up really beautiful pages, in my opinion beautiful pages, for the first and the page, the first paper and the middle paper. So let's see if we have anything that catches my eye. I think this one is good, and maybe this one. Okay, I will not overthink it. I will just put together some things. You can do this in any order you like. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just have to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one more into here, maybe this one. So okay, now we have 6 and 6. Now going on. Here I put in 2 because this is so big. This counts for 2. I think I will put these 2 into the middles. Okay, and I will put 2 into here, just because they are a bit thinner. So, last one, this into the middle, this into the middle. It really doesn't matter. It is a removable signature, so it really doesn't matter. Okay, so these would be our 2 signatures, but I think I will do it this way around. Yes, I think it looks good. Hopefully this gives you a bit of, sorry. Hopefully this gives you a bit of inspiration. So let's find the middle again. And now, because you have your elastic, if you have a usual string or a piece of a smaller, thinner lace or something, it is not this elastic, but it works out too. But because of the elastic, it's really easy. You just slide your signature the amount of papers you fold somewhere into the middle. You just slide it into here. That's it. Signature is in. It's this easy. You just have to make sure that your signature or your pages are not taller than your eyelets. And they can stick out in this direction if you don't mind. Otherwise, just fold them in or rip or cut them off. So now, my pen pal, or the person who uses this journal, can remove single pages. So you can just slide out, for example, you want to use this page, you can just slide it out, put it onto another space, for example here, something like this, or you can put in other papers as well. So this is the thing with this removable signatures. The only thing is, this is why I usually don't use these for myself. They are, because of this elastic, they are not so strong staying in place, and I like my books to be really strong and staying in place. This is just a personal preference. This is sticking out a bit, so I just fold this in. And that's it. Oh, this looks really good. Yes. It's really thick enough. I could even remove 1 or 2 pages. Maybe I will do this. Oh, and this is sticking out. So I will just fold this in a bit more. Of course, it's not so usable like it is right now. So in the usual junk journal, with when it's bound in really strong, you cannot use this so much, or you can use it as a tuck spot or as a pocket. But these are signatures or pages my pen pal can remove one by one or all at once. So this is why it really doesn't matter, even if it's sticking out a bit. Maybe I will put around a string or something like this just to hold it in place. Okay, this is sticking out a bit too much for me. I don't want it to stick out this much. I don't know, I just don't like it for this journal. This too. So I will just fold this in a bit more. And doing this for all the pages that are sticking out too much, for my opinion, or for my taste. This book page 2. This blue one. Oops. Now let's see. And this one, I think this is another part of the book page. Yes, it is. Okay, now it is fine. So this is the journal. Really easy, really no big deal, and so much fun. So these are the papers, and as I said before, you can remove them, slide them back into, put them on other places in the journal, and so on and so on. So for example, this you cannot fold it out because fold it out because of this here. But if you want to put this in your journal and you fold from 2 sides, and you want to maybe I'm not afraid, you want to use this, you can cut this as open here in the middle, so then you can fold it open like this. But usually if I do this in a junk journal, I just have so like on the other side, so like, no, I wanted to show you. So like here, usually I just have 1 fold, so not 2 folds like we have here. So just as a bit of explanation. So let me show you. These are the papers my pen pal will receive. Maybe with the next letter, maybe just a few of these pages, and then she can give this, this is a leftover, and then she can give this cover back to me, and I can store some pages into here again. And of course you can put them, can arrange them a bit. So she has something to explore. This is what I wanted to receive, to achieve. Printable, leftover papers, tea-dyed papers, some cardstock, and so on and so on. And really much writing space, a huge amount of writing space. I'm so curious what she will say me, what she will tell me when she receives this. Maybe I can tell you here on YouTube, we will see. Oh, this got stuck a bit. This is a fold out. I thought about clipping this together, not gluing it together because I want my pen pal to use the papers the way she wants, but maybe just putting on a little paper clip. Of course you could let hang something from the paper clip. Sometimes I do this, and then I could slide in, for example, a paper clip on a journaling card, something like this. So maybe I will do this later. I don't know by now. Just try to put in these papers a bit in another order, just to make it more attractive. So hopefully this gave you a bit of inspiration, or a lot of inspiration. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more junk journal videos, crafting videos. Take a look through my Etsy shop if you're interested in buying the junk journals. Not this specific one, but other junk journals. If you have a question, please leave me a comment, leave me a like, leave me a subscription, and see you next time. Bye!